dealing with the issues. This is Heather and Nakia.
I'm Nakia.
And today we are going to discuss social media. I think excessive. How many people do you know cannot stay off of Facebook?
Wait, how about we go even one further? What happens to those who lose their phone?
They are on. Wait a minute.
Your phone has your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Google, your Yahoo. Like, it has your contacts. You don't nobody remember numbers no more.
No.
You remember back in the day
when you had to write it down in the phone
and you had to use a payphone.
Stop.
And you was like, ugh.
Now I hardly even see a payphone on a corner. What happens if you stranded? They have created our society a total reliance and dependence on technology and these cell phones. Don't you know, girl, when I went into the T-Mobile and I didn't have a cell phone. I was just looking around and he said to me, what if something happens to you? You need a cell phone. I was like, well, I hope if I get hit by a car or something in the middle of the street, somebody will pull out my wallet and call my next relative. Why we got to go right to you need a cell phone? And there's a false dependence on it.
Yeah.
So not only is all of your personal information in this phone, everything that's linked to everything about you is in cell phones. Social media and technology itself has pushed itself to the forefront of necessity and keeping us connected. Who makes phone calls anymore, really?
Right. I deactivated my Facebook for a little while because I got tired of feeling obligated to check in every day to see what everybody else was doing.
You miss birthdays. And then they want to tell you about it like you on Facebook every day. Some of us aren't.
I don't even see half the people I got on Facebook.
That's the joy of keeping us connected through, via social media.
And I appreciate it. I do. There are great things that happen through social media. We know there are great things that happen. People find kidneys. They find lost dogs. They find lost
each other.
Right. But when I found that I was so dependent on where my phone was on my person because I was going to miss something, I knew it was a problem.
What about relationship issues? People cheating on social media, talking to other people. Now, is that innocent or that's when we start talking about passwords. Would you?
No.
Would you?
No.
No, seriously.
Okay.
Would you give your boyfriend the password to all of your social media sites?
Social media sites?
Yes. Facebook.
I give him
Instagram,
the password
whatever.
to all my social media sites.
What about your phone?
Huh?
What about your phone?
Girl, the one that go 1480, the one that you can, you remember the one that you could pick up with the long cord? I get one of them. I get a landline. He can have a password all day long.
To the landline.
To the landline.
You fired. Is there, and I'm asking you because do we actually draw the line at our personal privacies? And have our personal privacies changed given the world of technology? Now, before, passwords were reserved for the workplace and being able to get in and out of the computer at work and to be able to be productive. Now we have brought that into our homes where we can password protect our telephones, computers, televisions, security systems. So
and passwords have evolved.
Yes, they have. Very much so.
You can smile, and that can be your password now.
Exactly. So I'm saying, have the rules of privacy changed.
They have.
Before it was give me my space.
Well, you remember they really did pass when close to martial law when Bush was in office.
Mm-hmm.
When he said, "Well, we can check anything, anytime, anywhere."
Right. Right. So given our society, I mean, we're already living in a society where nothing is sacred. I mean, when you walk out of your front door and you're out and about, you are being watched by cameras on
everywhere,
traffic lights, in
phones.
stores, everywhere, phones, everything.
See, that's one of my other things. Like, even though, you know, I understand that, you know, we need these phones, I believe, like, going back to excessive social media, we're not even paying attention while we're driving.
Now that's an issue. That is an issue. But dig it. Most states have decided that that problem in itself is being taken care of under the distracted driver's law. But
in states back east, you cannot be on a cell phone while you're driving.
Okay, well, it makes sense because, you know, we watch videos all the time where people are falling in fountains and bumping into poles when they're walking. So what makes you think it is an acceptable practice to check your phone or be using it while you're driving?
Because it takes a split second.
Right.
It just takes a split second to check your phone and you run over a pedestrian. Like, excessive social media, put it down.
Put it down. It's something that really needs to be curbed for everyone. Using it in the confines of respect.
Talk to people.
Know what I called that? I called that, as soon as social media came out, I called it the desocialization of society.
Agreed.
And the reason being is because instead of making a phone call, now we're reaching out to each other by text, or we're using social media. Right.
How come I just can't meet you? Just ask me. As many ding-dang Starbucks is out and about, we can meet at the Starbucks.
Yes.
You know what?
Let's have a cup of coffee.
We've had a cup of coffee.
We've had a cup of coffee. I know. We gotta go and have a cup of coffee.
Excuse us. We just had a moment.
As people may see it as an archaic or old world view, to be able to get out and meet people, it's something that needs to be done, because contact with other human beings is a necessity, especially outside of work, given the factor that a lot of times the people you work with, you don't even want to be around them anyway. You want to separate that relationship.
I have a correlation that I just figured out while you were talking.
Okay.
You know, because I try not to be so genius-like. I want to be cool anyway.
Okay.
We learn cursive, right?
Right.
We learn cursive in school, where you had to do A, B. You know, my B's didn't look like the B's on the board, but it was my cursive B. Now, these kids are swiping with this right here and not the whole...
Hold on, are you kidding me? I was told by the Arizona Board of Education that mathematics is no longer a critical skill, because we have registers that calculate for people, and we have spreadsheets like Excel.
Girl, but I wish the machine would steal from me.
What at the bottom line is, why do we have calculators on our cell phones? It is not a critical skill anymore, because you have access to adding machines everywhere you go. And if you want to get complicated, then that's what the use of Excel is for. Given the factor that you're an engineer, you've probably gone to college and learned how to use the Excel spreadsheet.
Pretty much.
Because that's all you need to know in order to decipher calculus and algebra expressions. So I was told it was no longer a critical skill, not a necessity for us to write down or do in our heads anymore.
Okay.
Do you like that? And that came from the Board of Education in Tempe, Arizona. School District number 3.
Ouch. So, you know, inside of this excessive social media, I think we need to have a little more human interaction. I try my best to make every situation as human as possible. because I'm not the picture on my Facebook. I'm not the update on my Facebook, even though it might be how I'm feeling.
Right.
But these are just snippets of my life. I'm an individual. Like you're seeing me right here. If I pinch you, did it hurt a little bit?
Yes.
You want to pinch me back?
Yeah.
Ouch, it hurt. We had social interaction.
It's important.
It is. Put down the phone.
Put it down. Let it go. How about this? Just for at least 30 minutes a day, put your phone down and try not to think about it. And just think that after that 30 minutes, how much lighter you feel, because you're not obligated to being at every beck and call of social media, your family, or anybody else.
And wait,
because if you
let's not have them put that down. Let's not have them put that down and pick up a game console.
Right. Don't do that either. You need that moment to reflect on your lives and to reflect on who you are as a person. Take it all in. We need that additional energy and to be rejuvenated and to feel good in life. So it's encouraged. It's encouraged that just for a small amount of time each day, to put it down. I guarantee you'll feel so much freer.
For real. You won't feel, because if you are dealing with excessive social media to where you feel if you put it down, it almost feels like, what's it called? Dependency?
Yes.
So
you depend on it.
If you put it down and you don't get that dependency, you're fiending.
Yes.
Let's not fiend for that social media, because that doesn't make you any different from the next crackhead. His addiction is a crack, yours is a social media.
And next thing you know, there are going to be meetings for this. I promise you that.
Ooh.
As it continues to
counselors out there, you better go get your money, get it ready, get it together, write your grant. She just told you it's going to be counseling meetings for social media addicts.
Because it's an addiction. I have gone into a room and looked at everybody in the room not interacting with one another, but looking at their cell phones. It's probably the saddest thing that I've ever seen. Ridiculous. Let it go, just for a few minutes.
Turn your Bluetooth off.
It's good in good health. It helps us to remain less stressed, and we will reduce our envy of other people and the false lives that they're posting on social media.
No catfishing.
That's right. So, given that as a factor, we just want to let you know. Put it down, interact with your families and friends. Thank you so much for watching.
And please deal with your issues.
Deal with your issues.
All day long, girl, bye.
Every day. Thank you. Someone you know has a social media addiction, you can go to www.realsimple.com. You can also go to www.lifehack.org. This has been a Dealing with the Issues production. Thank you so much for watching.